I mean AI, I mean like God. The perfect eye sees everything, the connection through everything, connects A to B and C, creates whatever art you want. Human art is gonna be like, you know when you go to a shop in a shitty town and you see like I made this salt shaker.
Yeah.
But it's like all imperfect, but you're like, I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna buy this piece of salt shaker.
Yeah.
All human art are gonna be those salt shakers.
Oh, no. What if like AI is born, but it has like Down syndrome?
It would be the funnest thing ever.
Yeah, it has to.
This is my only bet. That's the only thing I'm gonna do.
Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to another episode. Let me take a look at this.
Yes, everything's
Test,
recording.
Everything's good. Everything's on. Everything is fine.
We are recording
Yeah.
in another very public place.
This is extreme public.
We are. There's a phobia in me that like, oof, I don't want to do this so much in public, but
I don't
we
mind.
gotta give the people
Yeah.
what they didn't ask for.
Yeah, and I think people are enjoying it actually. Like my brother was like, "Oh, you're in doing. There's a bee.
There's a bee between
There's a bee
between Gabe's legs.
between
It's
my
a male bee. Pride Month. Yeah, that's right.
My brother was like, "Oh, I see you're doing podcasts in public in different locations." I was like, "Yeah," and that's all he said.
That's it. He just acknowledged the fact.
Yeah. So that's what to
They-
me. That
yeah.
seems that's what the people want.
I think it's nicer.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's exciting. We're showing
I
people
love-
Montreal.
I
Where,
love-
where are we, Gabriel?
This is the lookout Montreal. This is my lookout. There's different lookouts. There's the west. There's the Westmount one. I just remembered. There's a Westmount one. That one is known as a public doing it place. I'm trying not to say that.
Which one?
The Westmount one, because people drive in. There's like a parking lot, and it's very discreet. At least when I was a kid. I think now it's a little more popular. But when I was a kid, people would drive in and get it on. Ooh.
And anybody can go there?
Yeah.
Or it's a get it on lookout.
Yeah, that's if you'd want to get it on there.
Okay,
you
wow.
know?
We're really surrounded right now. There's a guy behind the camera.
They
And
wanna-
there's a guy, people behind us. Wow. All right. Well, listen, this is what we decided to do.
Yeah.
I'm-
I
I'm-
love this lookout used to come all the time when I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
And we used to like drink. My friends would get high. We would smoke. And then once on our way back, because we always would drive up here, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't drive. My friends would drive me up, and then I would walk down. And one day, a police officer, because it was really late, we finished here at 3 a.m. Police officer was waiting next to our car, waiting for us to come back.
Because he knew.
They were like, these kids they put our name in the license
Yeah.
plate and their register, and we came up on like some list as bad boys.
Half
the
Greek,
rear.
half Italians.
Yeah.
Arrest them.
Yeah. Yeah, a
And what
lot,
did he
of
do?
Browns. So they were waiting for us, standing outside. They were coming. This is a story that I don't know if I was actually there or if someone told me the story. And I was supposed to be there that day, but
Okay.
I think I was there. And I just remember in my mind's eye. Do you have one of those?
I don't know if we have the same mind's eye, but okay. So you don't know if you heard that story or lived that story.
Pretty sure I was there.
All right.
Because I do remember what they look like so long ago. I don't remember shit from 10 minutes ago. Sorry, by the way. So they were waiting, and they were taunting us. They're like, hey, French, hey, Steve, what are you doing? Hey, Steve. And we're like, what? And they saw they had beers. Like, you're drinking and driving. And we're like, yeah. I can't remember. We didn't say yeah. We were like, no. And they took our beer and they started drinking our beer.
No
I
way.
swear to God. Dude,
This
this is crazy. And then they were just like taking our beer. They're spilling half the beer, half they were drinking. They were like being like, you can't drink and drive, blah, blah, blah. And then what they do, they go in the car. They're drinking in their cop car. These two French, like young asshole cops. I swear to God, this has actually happened.
I think your mind's eye is a liar's eye.
And
Gabriel.
then-
I think
no,
you
no.
invented this
No,
whole story
This
in your
absolutely
mind.
happened. No. And then they got in the car and they started driving in circles in the parking lot, yelling at us. And then they drove away.
They were doing wheelies in the
Not wheelies. They were just going circles.
burnouts.
Oh yeah, they weren't really. They were just driving in circles. Like you know the
Gabe,
big parking lot.
Remember when you told me you stopped smoking weed because
Yeah.
you had like a what is it, like a deep personal
Premonition.
premonition? No, not premonition, but like your
So-
mind separated from their body or whatever.
Yeah.
Was it around that time that you were
No.
smoking weed?
No,
Because that story seems so fake.
This absolutely happened.
And
It
then
happened. It was me and my
They're like,
Park
they
X
started
buddies.
bullying you, and you're like, give me your beers, and they drank
Yeah.
your beers, and they're like, let's do burnouts in the parking lot
Well,
at 3 in
that
the morning.
never like that's happened to me multiple occurrences in Park X. Like just Park X
Did
cops.
the cops take your beers and they start drinking them?
Mm-hmm. Not drinking, but throwing them like against the wall.
What? Breaking glass on
Well,
the floor?
cans.
They're throwing cans on the wall.
Yeah, dude, growing up,
Cops would do this.
It was like 1980s Brooklyn. It was like crazy. People would like, cops would come in. They would like, we'd be like, burn out, burn out. And they go,
really?
Yeah. Anyone
We
that had
grew
a
up in
car,
a different century, I think.
anybody that had a car that looked a little fast, we'd always tell them to burn out, and
Yeah.
they would always burn out.
Okay, I'm not denying that fact. What I'm wondering, what I'm questioning,
Yeah.
is the fact that cops,
Yeah.
police officers of the law, were taking your beers and throwing
Yeah.
them against the wall.
Okay, so it was like a local neighborhood thing, right? So it like back in the day, cops, you would know your cops.
Yeah.
The cops would come to our school and they would know who we are. They would be like, "Hey, Gabriel, how's
Yeah.
it going?" Blah blah blah.
Okay.
So then they saw us drinking.
Yeah.
It was like a lot of these cops knew my mom
Yeah.
and my family, so they're just like fucking.
Did you grow up in the 50s in Brooklyn
No.
again?
Small neighborhood, man. Like there was 2 cops and they patrolled the neighborhood.
What is a movie of?
It was like coming to, what the hell is that movie?
Not Coming to America.
Once Upon a Time in America.
The movie, not Untouchables, the Goodfellas.
Yeah.
You know how it started? It's
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese, and it's like, I grew up in Brooklyn in the 30s, where my dad, I never knew what he did for a living. Hey Ma, I'm hungry.
Well, my mom would have, those round things in her hair.
Yeah,
and like,
exactly.
she'd be smoking, and she'd be on the balcony putting up clothes on a line.
Yeah.
We'd be playing in the park, and my mom would whistle,
Yeah.
and her whistle was so loud I was able to hear her whistle, and I would come home for dinner. And I would come home with my bike.
Hey, I baked you some tzatziki over here.
Yeah, we're just eating bowls of
Hey,
tzatziki.
Miss Omasi, how you doing, Ma?
It was a little like that.
I have a feeling none of this is true, but
Absolutely.
I like the story of it. I'm a fan of stories, and I like it.
I remember those days very fondly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember, but I remember always like cops were scary, because I
No, yeah,
always
yeah.
felt everything I was doing ever was illegal.
Well, I thought the cops were cool until the internet came around, and then they became bad.
Because on the internet, cops are bad. So you had a good week, buddy?
Yeah, it's not bad. Let me check. 'Cause usually I look, but it's good. Test.
Test. Yeah, everything is recording.
Yeah, it was all right. What the hell did I do?
Did you do any of that Oshiaga stuff?
No. No, I was with you. Oh, on Sunday I was with you.
Yeah.
Oshiaga, no, I don't really go to those. The differences between those festivals and the one I go to is like people go there at 5 p.m. and they watch like 3 concerts and they go home.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. You're paying all this money just to see like Billie Eilish and all this shit, and it's not. There's not really, and it's all fancy, and it's all everyone's young and hot.
That's there. Yeah, everyone is young and hot. I think
Yeah.
it's crazy because the Oshiaga is like 16 years old.
Yeah.
So
really.
you'd think like, oh, it's passé. It's like Tupperware. No one
Yeah.
cares about it. But it still attracts young people. I know I'm getting old because I have friends
Yeah.
who I follow on Instagram who are younger than me.
Yeah.
So they're posting like, they're posting the video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, because they're tagging the artist. I don't recognize any of the artists. It's like, who's
No.
Extron
I
45,
don't know any of that.
2-Bit Monkey,
2-Bit Monkey.
Oversleeve shirt. Like, it's just words.
That's good.
Matchbox 2005. Like, I have no idea who any of these people are. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, it's
Yeah, no, for real. Like there's
It's
all these,
Exotron.
and they're so young. These
Covid.
artists are like 17 years old. There's these
And they're-
kids, and they're like, yo,
and so many people know them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm old.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have a joke about like new kids are not making new dance music, and I was just proven wrong by Oshiaga.
But it's not. Like you go to the club, like you said, right? It's
Yeah.
not like they're not playing
No, they're not
J
playing.
Train 2020.
Damn, they're missing out.
They're playing like you said,
Paul.
Ron Paul.
They're playing Ron Paul and Al Gore. The internet is a box of tubes or whatever. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, I don't know. It's. I don't know if
I was surprised
because
because you told me you love live music. I thought you would go there.
But all the artists, even like there are a few older, like the Flaming Lips are there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Love the Flaming Lips.
Yeah?
They played like they played one of their albums back from front to back, and
and you didn't want to go?
I've seen the Flaming Lips like 5 times already,
Okay.
and I paid $40 to see them.
Okay.
You know,
And how much would it be to
it's
see?
like 300-400
Seriously?
for one day,
Wow.
or maybe it's the weekend. 400 for a weekend, and I think it's like 150 for the day or some shit.
Okay, and you don't want to do that?
No,
Because you don't know the artist?
No, it's not like a festival vibe. It's like you're just in a slab of concrete, just looking at a stage. There's
Mhm.
nowhere really to chill. It's like and then all the food's like $40 for like, and you can't bring your own water. Yeah, it's all
You
just.
can't bring your own water?
No. That's why it kind of
That's
pisses.
crazy.
It doesn't seem as fun. It's not as chill. There's nowhere really to sit down or like. It's just you go see the music and then it finishes at 11 p.m. and you got to go home
Mhm.
or leave. When
I like the idea of going home.
but it's 11 p.m. Who the fuck? Then you got to go back to Montreal. I live in Montreal. You know. Like most places or good festivals, the party would go to 5 in the morning. Let's say.
Yeah, but it's outdoors. There's neighbors.
Exactly. There's
Yeah,
a,
but you
there's
can
sound.
go. I mean, you're still high on Molly. You can
yeah,
go to a
but I'm also
bar
not
drunk.
18, 19. You know.
Okay, I guess it's more geared towards young people.
Tonight, this is amazing. It was supposed to thunder shower and it was supposed to be canceled. Guns N' Roses in Montreal today.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Okay, so they're getting people
No,
know.
this is the day after Oshiaga. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Oshiaga's
it's not
over.
part of Oshiaga.
No, this is just the next 2 days or whatever. And
It's crazy. Montreal is really becoming the city of festivals. There's
people,
so many
the tourism in Montreal is exploding. All these people are coming to Montreal, and everyone is freaking out and being like, "Oh my God, Montreal's the best." I don't know why
Yeah.
I would go to Toronto.
Yeah, that's why this. I think the
What is that disgusting sound? Anyway, sorry.
this comedy scene is booming because we have so many. We got like New York. You go to the
Yeah.
comedy cellar.
Yeah.
90% of everyone who's in the audience is a tourist.
Yeah.
And it's good because you get to do the same jokes and no one's complaining.
I know.
So it's the same thing. Montreal is becoming that way.
Yeah,
the
that
new-
is
the
pretty
new
cool.
New York.
I hope so.
I
My brother was telling me like that Montreal, thing of Montreal is kind of like Manhattan because it's an island and it can only grow so much. So
Yeah.
they're just gonna become like skyscrapers in like 30 years or whatever, and it's gonna be the
Well,
population is
I don't know
gonna.
if you know this. By law, from what I heard somewhere,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't grow a building. You can't grow a building. You can't build a building taller than this mountain, than Montreal.
Yeah, but how far away? Let's say you're in the tip Saint Lazare and you build a skyscraper. You still
Yeah.
can be higher than
I
the
think
mountain.
it's the island. I think the tallest thing on the island has to be the
Damn.
mountain with the cross.
So is Laval allowed to just be like
Yeah, but who wants?
giant
Who would build a
Eiffel Tower in
an Eiffel
Laval?
Tower in Laval? It'd
What
be
a-
a Parthenon based on the number of Greeks who live there. But I think when they implemented that rule, first of
Yeah.
all, it can't be like in 2005. They probably implemented it in 18 whatever.
Yeah.
When like, oh, there's no way. I think it was like an ironic
Yeah.
law. Like,
Yeah.
nothing can be taller than the Montreal.
When pigs fly.
Yeah, exactly. When pigs fly, and now they're like, oh no, because now it's the whole thing is controlled by money. If it was,
Yeah.
if the law was new, the buildings would be like, oh, let's build a building in the
Yeah.
in the mountain,
like a halo over it, like
Halo
just
over the mountain.
just
Let's build a McDonald's in the
arches.
cross. Exactly. Let's take off the cross and put the arches of McDonald's right there. Let's have a Starbucks. Let's drill a hole in the mountain
Yeah,
and
that
have a
wouldn't be bad.
mall inside the mountain. That's what would
that
happen
would
right now.
not be bad at all. Actually, that'd be great for comedy.
Why?
Just more people. Just more and more people.
It's you need a delicate balance where you need
It's
the
true.
city to be like, ooh, it's so artsy, but at the same time, it's like money, capitalism.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like at a certain age, let's say, like, I guess you'd want your descendants or your kids to experience it.
Yeah.
But they're already fucked anyway. Like I already experienced all this nice nature, green Montreal.
Yeah.
Imagine all of a sudden every building's just glass, like
Yeah.
Toronto. I'd be like, we had a good run.
Yeah.
We had a good run. It's over. Every building now is glass buildings.
The thing is, as we grow older, we have less and less time. Like,
Yeah.
even our kids, we don't have kids, but the babies we're gonna adopt. Everyone's stressed about everyday living. That
Yeah.
They don't have time to go. Oh, we're losing our green spaces.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you will probably never own land. You think about it.
Yeah.
Your mom did your parents ever own something?
No, I was talking about that recently. My dad was literally about to buy a house, and then he went to jail.
Oh.
So
So literally, we need to do illegal stuff in order to
Yeah.
maybe possibly buy something. It's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
unless we buy some shit like you know what? I am gonna have land when I'm older, but it's in Nova Scotia.
Who?
So my grandma
Yeah.
bought my dad a bunch of acres of land
Oh, wow.
for him to grow shit on,
Nice.
like illegal shit. And then when he dies, or
Yeah.
when I shoot him, it'll be my land, or me and my brother's land. So I will have land.
well,
one day.
You're hoping that you're the only two kids your dad ever had, based on your life, the life story. Well, no, he's gay.
Well,
so
they can't
no, he doesn't
immigrate
have
from
like
Mexico, so
they'll never know.
yeah, they don't have internet.
Then you have to kill them too.
Yeah,
It's a lot of killing to own land in Nova Scotia.
yeah. It's an hour away from Halifax.
Okay.
Apparently, it's really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's like
You can maybe build a chalet,
trees,
build a farm.
Swiss chalet.
Yeah, open a Swiss chalet
That's not
over there.
bad.
Be nice. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like, man, it's so much responsibility. Like, if I live alone, I should just keep my apartment. Why would
Yeah.
I wanna?
Well, you're on Hinge now, right? Eventually, you're gonna meet a wife, and then she's gonna be like, Amer,
God.
we should move to no, she probably would stay, but she'd be like, let's make this nice or something. Let's paint the whole apartment. And you'd be like, oh,
And I'm gonna say no, I can't, because this is my office, and
Yeah.
for tax purposes, I cannot change anything in my apartment. I work here. Sorry, sweetie. No, if honestly, I would just keep my apartment. Let's say money goes well and I move out. I'm just gonna keep my apartment
Oh,
for
for
studio,
sure.
like studio purposes.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That apartment.
And for my mistresses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yo, 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 yo,
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah.
We were talking about like back in our back in my Tinder days.
Yeah, you said something interesting. I'm like, oh wow,
So,
what a psycho.
Because I was like, so how do you trick them? I mean, you're like, what do you mean? Like, how do you trick? Because dating, when I was dating, it was younger people, right?
Yeah.
And so young people, they get thousands and thousands of messages from all but if you message like an older lady, they're like, their tears of joy streaming down their face, being like, finally someone's talking to me, you know? But a young girl, just say 22, 23, 24, you gotta trick them into having a conversation with you, because they're like minnows, you know, like, you know those skinny little fish.
Yeah.
They're easy to pull in, but they're hard to catch initially.
It's interesting. Okay, keep going.
You know what I mean? They're like this. They're like, the hook is so big, but like
Dating tips with Gabriel Massey. I love this.
the fish is like,
Yeah.
and so you're like, God damn it, you know. And so,
You gotta-
and then you get it, you just fucking yank it out of there, you know. But
Well, I my success rate works only when I say something interesting about like if I'm witty or funny.
Okay.
If I'm just like, hey, how are you? It's always garbage. But the thing is, a lot of people are boring.
yeah,
Regardless of like something like they're gorgeous, like, and I like food.
yeah.
Impress me with food. I'm like, I hope.
But
you
those
die.
are okay. So you're going for like kind of wholesome-y, nice, not scary looking women.
No,
For some reason, I would always go after scary women.
Well, what do you mean by scary?
Like they're like, I don't know. Like they would look
Ugly?
Like,
Say
no,
ugly.
not ugly, but like hot. But like they look like they have a switchblade or brass
Well,
knuckles.
no,
or something.
I like that. I remember my
Like
ex-girlfriend.
Rottweilers, yeah.
The way I messaged her, I said like, I'm scared of you. We should make out. That was my opening line,
That's a great opening line.
and it worked. But the thing is,
Scared.
I tried to repeat it.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Ah.
It was like I was drunk. I was in a pub in London. I was drunk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I just
You're
messaged. It
scary.
felt so real. Then bam, it worked. And she's hot, so I'm like, she was
Yeah.
probably getting the thousands, but like, it
Yeah.
felt so real. She's like, I want to meet that guy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's not a lot of women where I'm like so in the moment where I can think of the perfect thing to say. I have to
perfect
be
line.
really present.
Yeah.
You like your line, like I love your style.
Yeah.
I tried a couple of times. Like,
It's whoa. I like your style.
whoa, yeah, I can't. It's
whoa.
not.
Like W.
I can't
O,
fake.
A,
I can't
H.
fake honesty. I can't fake.
But it's
being
writing.
present.
Like what I do, let's say you get 1,000 matches or whatever. Just copy. I wish I was a developer, because then I would just have it, send it to every like just like a robot, you know,
Yeah.
just
But
sending.
don't you want to do that to only girls you want to fuck?
But then you look. Then if the ones that respond to you, you see like, I'm not interested, and then you just delete their name off the thing.
Oh,
And then you
okay, I see
speak-
what you mean.
So it narrows it down to the people at least interested back in you.
But the
with
way
you.
I see the algorithm, I'm assuming the people who can create the algorithm are not. They're not pussy hounds, you know. They're not ladies, man. They're like, nah. They're like fucking
You think
programmers.
there's isn't there an algorithm? I think isn't
of
it just
course.
like
No.
whoever's nearest to you, and then you just run out of
No,
people?
I'm gonna give you a. Okay, this is a trick, everybody. Listen up. Make a
Yeah.
shirt of this. When I was in Israel. I'm like, I was curious. I'm like, do any of these Jews, like, would I pull in Israel?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's install Bumble. I think I installed Bumble, and I was browsing on Instagram, and I saw a reel that I found interesting. The reel said, if you wanna optimize your algorithm, what you should do is that say that you're interested in dating men and women and everything non-binary, and keep your profile open for all the genders.
Oh.
So what happens is that men were whores, so we just swipe right on everything.
Yeah.
So what you end up with, the algorithm is like, oh my god, this guy's so popular, he's getting so many matches. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna push him to more people, because if you're ugly and you're not getting any matches, the algorithm's like, I'm not gonna waste my time on you.
Okay. So they just stopped sending you people at a certain point?
Yeah, of course. They're like, no one wants to. No one wants
So
to
the app
touch this
doesn't
you-
work it with you anymore. They just says, sorry, this app
Well,
is broken now.
I've never had that problem, but I'm assuming this is how the
No
algorithm.
way.
Yeah, it does. It does, because I remember reading somewhere that like if you swipe no a lot, the algorithm, because the algorithm wants you to stay on the on the app. It's like, okay, let's send him hotter girls. Let's see if it works with them. That's what I'm assuming how the algorithm
I
works.
thought it was like, you know, like a phone book, and it starts at A and ends at Z. I thought it was like that. And
anyway.
then you're like, there's no more pages now.
I don't think so. I think, as I said, you have to remember it's nerds who programmed this, not
Okay.
sexy hot people. So they're like, okay, how can we? They're like, meh, meh, meh. All right, let's optimize, meh. So I did this, and I was getting like 50 matches a day.
Wow.
And maybe 10 of them were women, and 40 of them were like horny guys. So I would never
geez.
swipe right on a guy,
Yeah.
but and then I would have like girls pop. I'm like, oh, I was getting more
Yeah.
matches. So yeah, the guys, become bisexual only in the online world,
Yeah, that's funny.
and don't do what women do in the real world online.
Yeah.
In the real world, women are like, oh, I'm bisexual. Book me on your
Yeah.
bisexual show.
Yeah, but they're not.
They're not. They just do it to get matches, but instead of matches, it shows. So anyway, yeah, that's what I did, and it works. So guys, if you're single again, Gabe,
Wow. That's very
suck a
interesting.
dick online.
I know. I hope not. I don't want to go back to dating ever. I'm not interested.
Yeah,
Yeah, not. I mean, obviously not. Yeah.
yeah, I hope so.
Obviously not. But yeah, that's funny.
Listen, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still. I mean, it can be repetitive. It's like doing the new material. That's every time. You're like, I need new material. You know what I mean? Like you go on stage, like, you know what? Like when you do your joke, hi, I'm half Greek, I'm half Italian. How can one man be so fucking hairy? Ha ha.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I could see you just. There's no pause. There's no. I hear that joke. I'm like, it's a shame that he doesn't deliver that joke.
I deliver good. Some depends if it depends in the moment.
Then you're like,
yeah.
I'm half Greek, I'm half Italian. How can one man be so? Like it's so. Like he's so tired of that. There's no like. Let's try to. Like I'm having. How can one? Like there's no.
I know, but if I go,
There's-
how can one? Like I seem like
No,
a children's
I'm
performer.
I'm joking, of course, but I'm saying like when you used to do it at the
Yeah,
beginning,
yeah, yeah.
it was like, and you're like, I'm half Greek, I'm half Italian. Like, there was even a pause. You even stopped doing the pause
Yeah.
between the two sentences. Now it's just one long word. I'm half Greek, half Italian. How can one be so fucking hairy.com? Like it's as if you're telling a URL. It's so long.
That's great.
So yeah, you gotta keep it spicy. But you were asking me like, because I told you I don't trick them. I don't
Yeah.
go like, hey, you went to Michigan State. How are the Bears or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I just like whatever, it works.
Yeah.
I truly believe they have to be a bit smart
Okay.
to get the words to
Yeah.
get their attention. But I was thinking like I'm just very in the moment
Yeah.
on a date. I'm extremely in the moment and I say everything that passes my mind.
Okay. Like on the date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
Okay.
that passes my mind.
You want to pretend we're on a date? I think we've
Ah,
done
I'm
this like
not
8
doing-
times.
No, I'm not. All right.
People really like those
First of all,
moments, though.
I don't even want to be friends with you.
People,
I'm not.
people love those
Ooh,
moments.
Look, it's two hot guys shirtless.
Fuck.
Guys, you're missing out. Oh, are they gonna do push-ups? They're gonna do fucking. Oh yeah. Oh my god, and they're high
Are they high
fiving.
fiving?
All right,
They for
Okay, so-
sure met on Hinge.
yeah,
They're doing
That's-
push-ups and high fiving.
they're doing push-ups. Sometimes I think, okay, are we too much of attention whores recording in public? And then I see two
Yeah.
shirtless guys doing push-ups and then high-fiving mid push-up. You
Do
guys
you
know what I'm
think
talking
they're
about?
friends or they're also like just
I-
only business
I
partners?
think
Or-
the only thing holding them from right now is like not like doing push-ups on each other is the fact that there's children around. If there was no children around right now, he would be deep in his
Dude, you gotta watch
intestine
out.
right now.
Maybe their ears are really muscular and they're hearing you right now.
I don't care. I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just saying they should really consider, licking each other's stains. Like it's so hard to contain yourself right now to just like, please, can I come on your mouth? That's all
Is
he's
this
thinking
Amer
about.
speaking or is that them speaking?
That's me in their mind. If I had this chemistry with a guy,
If you're like the little guy in Pinocchio, hey
Exactly.
guys, we'll fuck each other. Why don't you?
if I was the angel or the devil on their
Yeah.
shoulder, I would be like,
Hey.
yes. Like you see how he's putting water on his head because he's hot.
Yeah.
He just wants this guy's cum in his hair right
Did
now.
they
That's
leave
the only
with no
thing.
shirts?
Sorry.
Did they leave with no shirts? What if they're like
Excellent questions.
like they get a phone call and it's like their
Shirtless-
mom's
yeah.
in the hospital. Oh god, and they come and they're like just
And he's
naked
like,
at the hospital.
Mom, I'm trying to get laid, please. I shaved my chest for this.
Oh no, there's a shirt. Oh,
Oh no, is that a shirt?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
a
like
shirt.
his underwear.
He's gonna slap his ass. He's gonna slap his ass. Come on. Look at his hand is so close to his butt. He just take my hand. Show me you love me. You know how they're walking and their hands are touching.
Yeah.
Sexual tension. So beautiful. Oh, good for them. Pride Month.
Lots of pride. Speaking of Pride Month, I saw the Barbie movie
Oh,
last week.
yeah.
Yeah.
And?
Okay, I gotta say, here's my little mini review of it. People, let's say like these internet personalities, these Ben Shapiro's, Sam, who's the Bill Maher or these guys slamming the
Yeah.
the Barbie movie. I don't think they got what the Barbie movie was about. Because they're saying, oh, it's man-hating. They make the men seem stupid. I thought it was the opposite. I thought because the whole movie was about how people in society are very cynical, and there's all these people like they're more intellectual than they are with their feelings, and they see like capitalism is taking over the
Yeah.
world and all this negativity. But Barbie's point of view is, hey, yeah, that all matters, but also we should all just have fun. You know?
Yeah.
And so they go in this high school, and everyone in the high school is all like hates Barbie, and they think Barbie's like a dumb bitch and all this shit. And they break down these little girls, and by the end of the movie, they're all wearing pink. They're all in their gender roles. It was kind of insane because everyone's like, "Oh, it's so feminist," and I was thinking like, if anything, it's equalist because the whole movie is about how Ken
Yeah.
is shit compared to Barbie, and
Yeah.
and Ken wanted just to be with Barbie because Barbie is not into Ken. Ken feels worthless, and she was ignoring him the whole movie.
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, she acknowledges that she was really shitty to all the Kens. She's like, I should have paid more attention. You're right. You're awesome,
Okay.
Ken.
What's their opinion? Why are they saying it's man hating?
Because they're like, oh, they're making men seem like they're dumb idiots and all this shit.
But aren't the women also seen as dumb idiots?
No, okay, so they're all like in positions of power. Like all the Barbies, like there's a president Barbie, a scientist
Okay.
Barbie,
And
like
the men are.
one's like rollerblade Barbie, beach Barbie, and then
Ken, you mean?
yeah,
Rollerblade
Ken rollerblade Ken and beach Ken.
It's like movies in in the movies in the 30s
Yeah.
where it's like guys would be talking and a woman would come, it's like, hey, lady, the men are talking.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, ha ha ha. Now it's just reverse. I'm telling you, man, machoism is making a comeback, but
Yeah.
in the female form.
Dude, there's moments in the movie that are so funny. So they go in the real world, right?
Yeah.
And Ken comes with them. And Ken discovers a library and
Yeah.
reads all about masculinity, and he learns about the patriarchy. And he's like, what? And he's going to these business sectors, and there's CEOs, and they're all men. He's like, men can do all these things. And he goes back to Barbie Land and teaches all the Kens that, like, we could be badass and men.
Andrew Tate, Top G, Ken. There's a Top G
Dude,
Ken.
they all become Andrew Tate by the end of the movie. And
They're
but
all like, whatever.
And all the Barbies are like their maids and shit. And they're like giving them. It's so
Really?
dude. It's so
Oh wow,
funny.
interesting. Okay.
But then like Ken's like kind of stupid. Like he doesn't realize he thought the patriarchy was all about like horses and shit. So like everything was like every TV had a horse, right? A man riding a horse. Everyone had a horse. Everyone's like, that's what being a man's all about: riding a horse, drinking beer, listening to music. And I was like,
Yeehaw.
I'm like, it's not far from it. Like whatever your man thing
Yeah.
you're into, that mixed with this, that's basically what being a guy is, you know?
It's I don't know. People think about it too much. We're just
Like if I was alone with a bunch of
we
guys.
need a war.
Yeah, and there was a war in the movie too. There was war.
Ukraine, Russia.
Because they got jealous about everyone being, all the Barbies kind of fucked with the Kens' minds because they
Yeah.
wanted to take down the Kens, and then all the Kens just got into a big war. It was
All the Kens got into a war
with each other.
with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It's a funny ass movie.
Yeah, you think I should watch it?
Yeah, when it comes out on
It's
Blu-ray,
funny.
I don't know.
There's again the same people, the Ben Shapiros of this world, and
Yeah.
they're going, oh my God, did you see Justin Trudeau went to see Barbie?
Yeah.
Did you see Justin Trudeau? You're like, he's a prime minister. I'm happy he went to see. I
Yeah.
don't want the prime minister to go see Oppenheimer and go, hello cabinet, I have an idea. I'm so happy he went to. I don't want war.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be inspired by the nuclear bomb creation. Like
Yeah,
we should we should have nuclear bombs and kill people. That's good. Let them go see. Let them go get fucked in the ass. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Dude, it
Don't
is
make
weird seeing like his picture with his son, all super happy, like the day
His
after
son
his
looks like Matt
separation.
Rife.
Yeah, he
He's Matt Rife.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, yeah. They're listen,
Hunky dad.
Hunky dad. He's single now.
It's weird. Yeah, he's
Single.
single.
Yeah.
I don't like that he's all still. I guess you have to be like, hi, hey, all happy and shit.
Well, listen. I'm pretty sure he's been.
He goes back to the gym. He's fucking like
Yes,
Jack Trudeau.
Tous les dans la ville. He shaves his head. He has a beard. He's like
Dude,
Andrew Tate, Top G.
he's got a. If he does look more bad, the whole.
He's very handsome. And
He's
he
handsome, but he looks
appeals-
like a nerd though.
He
needs to be awesome.
appeals to women who want men who are handsome
Yeah.
without looking too threatening.
Yeah.
He appeals to that.
He looks very young still. He's 50. He looks
very-
great.
I'm pretty sure maybe he got some Botox and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a very handsome guy.
Yeah.
You know, being in power for like 10 years,
It's
being an
crazy.
emperor, it kind of keeps you young, I think.
That's wild, man. Like, you
Yeah.
see videos of Obama, you
Yeah.
forget how young he looked. I saw a video of him talking. I'm like, dude, he looks as old as me. He's just a young guy. He's like, sup. He's like sitting. He's still black. There's still a little black in him. Before the presidency took
Did
it
you
out.
hear? I don't know if you heard. Apparently, conspiracy theory time, guys. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Apparently, he had a chef, and his chef was staying at his house, and he drowned in like 6 feet of water.
What?
And everybody's going, "Oh, he killed his chef because his chef used to be like his ex-lover." Because now the new theory online is that Barack Obama is bisexual and loves cock.
What?
That's the theory.
So he murdered his
Because
ex-lover.
I guess maybe his ex-lover, well, his chef was his ex-lover.
Yeah.
I mean, I would fall in love with someone who cooked for me every day.
It would be hard. I would have to not ever
I don't think
see
Michelle
them.
Obama is handsome. She's handsome.
She's a very handsome
she's
woman.
not, you know. Everyone's like, she's so pretty. I'm like, eh.
Nah, she's
No,
not.
Ivanka Trump was.
Yeah. It's funny
It's an
that
adjective.
like Justin Trudeau is getting divorced by whatever. They're getting a
Yeah.
divorce, but fucking Trump
Yeah.
is still with his wife. She's
She's
ride or
not gonna leave
die.
him.
Ride or die.
Well,
Send him
listen,
back.
as haven't seen people marry for money.
Yeah.
She's very happy. She's doesn't
Yeah.
have to do anything.
Uh-uh.
She's living the life. He probably fucks her once every couple of weeks, or maybe once a month.
Yeah.
She's like, and then she gets to live the life of a queen.
That is pretty sweet.
That is the dream of every poor
Yeah,
Russian
yeah.
woman in Russia.
That is pretty cool. And
You know, marry a rich man, live the life, be hot.
it sucks that the only job you're allowed to do as a first lady is like a philanthropist. Like you can't be like, I'm starting my makeup line or whatever.
Yeah, well, probably
can-
afterwards.
Yeah.
They don't need to.
No.
Afterwards, they start giving like speeches where they tell women that they can do
Yeah.
anything. Like,
Yeah,
but you're a
Trump
first
and
lady.
his wife doesn't have to.
No,
they're
she's
too,
not. She
they're
never
too
had.
rich.
I don't think she ever had interest in this.
No. Huh?
She was enjoying being. She's attracted to power, right? So probably she
Okay.
finds Trump hot.
Yeah.
Surely,
He's tall.
he's tall. He's powerful. He's smart.
Yeah.
He leads people. He leads a
Yeah.
lot of people. So that's kind of sexy. It can be.
Yeah.
It cannot not be sexy, you know.
Yeah. Dude, there's
Good
some
for him.
there's some amazing AI things of Trump.
Before we move on, I was going to say,
Yeah.
well, how did you feel when you heard that when Trudeau was getting divorced?
Like how did I feel or
Yeah.
what did I think?
Whatever.
Oh, I didn't really even.
Because my friend, I didn't know he was getting divorced. Till I had a friend who messaged me, Eugene. He's like, "Oh, did you write a joke about Trudeau getting divorced?"
Uh-huh.
And I looked at it. I'm like, "Oh, he's getting divorced," and I realized, "Oh, I'm getting old," because I'm like, "Oh, what about the children?" Because in my mind they're like 5, but no, they're like
Yeah,
26.
they're-
They're old. There.
I know. I think it is sadder when you're older, when your parents get a divorce, because you're like, Mom, what the fuck? What are you gonna do? But when they're young, you're like just baby. You're helpless. You don't even realize. Like if my
Yeah.
mom got divorced now, I'd be like, oh my god, I have to like make sure she's okay all the time and like take sides and shit. It's just easier if someone's an asshole.
Yeah,
And then-
because now you're thinking as an adult.
Yeah.
As an adult, like, I need to take care of my mom.
Yeah.
But as a child, it fucks you up more because you grew up without a dad.
Yeah.
You can't control your feelings.
Oh my god.
And you snap at people.
Yeah, well, I'm
and
sorry.
you call them names because they're.
I thought you were making fun. I thought you were attacking me. I was like, that son of a
I'm
bitch.
never attacking you. You have to remember this. Never.
I'm
There's
just-
no reason for me to ever.
I'm j-
Gabe and I got into a little riff
Yeah.
before
we
that.
were riffing. No, we got into
We
it.
got into a match riff before the podcast. But
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we the same thing for me. We both have like insecurities that came from not having a dad
Yeah.
or whatever. But
I thought like, what type of guy's on the ground?
blonde. There's a blonde man lying on the floor. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you're thinking as an adult. But I think when I thought the children were young, I'm like, oh, those poor kids are gonna grow up without a dad.
Yeah.
How horrible would it be? And she's
Uh-huh.
a single mom. Then I remembered, oh, Justin Trudeau is worth like $500 million.
Oh yeah.
I think he's worth $300 million.
What?
What's crazy is like how much
Just
how
Sorry.
much he was worth before
Yeah.
before he was prime minister and after he became
Whoa.
prime minister. His net worth I think got
Crazy.
10 times higher. Like where is he? He's paid like $25 an hour as a prime minister. How is he? How is he collecting all that money?
Do you know?
Probably some wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Dude.
I give you, you give me. SNC Lavalin, wink,
If
wink. Arabia,
I was
Saudi
getting
Arabia,
paid
wink,
that
wink.
much, I would let Pierre Olivier take the the prime minister. I'm like, just take it, dude.
Why?
I'm curious. Like, I'd just be like,
If you were Trudeau.
Yeah, I would just win it, just take it. Like I don't want it. Like just be like, dude, I want to see Pierre Olivier. It would be good for the country if he really cares about the country.
No, he doesn't.
It would,
He's a prime minister. No, he's a politician.
So he just wants to keep on winning and winning
Power,
and winning.
dude. Power
Yeah.
is awesome.
Oh.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Haven't you realized since we started shows, you're getting booked on shows? You're like, how the fuck? Because you have power, so people want to like, please book me. So they're booking you.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do
It's
with
funny.
talent.
I make it very clear. I'm like, okay, first of all, don't look at me.
Exactly.
Second of all,
You get
my
to
get
say
my
that.
feet now.
my what? My what?
It's funny. I can tell like some guy at this show on Sunday. You know, I like to joke around, but this show on Sunday, the one person was like, "Hey, so how's it going?" And I was like, I was trying to get in the zone for the
Like
show.
a few Sundays ago.
No,
Not like specifically this Sunday where people can
Oh
actually track
yeah,
your life.
yeah. Like a few years ago.
Okay.
I was like trying to get into zone for the, I was hosting, and they were like just, really just trying to get to know me,
Yeah.
like ask questions, and I was like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about myself right now. How was your weekend? What'd you do? Oh yeah, how was that? When was this? Wow, I didn't know that. And I'm like, I know what you're doing. Like I read the same book.
50 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I started listening to that book
Yeah.
because I got curious about like power. 'Cause after watching Succession,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let's see what white people are up to. So let's start listening to that book.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I can't believe that world existed. That world exists, like that
Mhm.
world of power. Then I'm like, yeah, everyone. Like I don't know if we live in comedy, right? So in comedy, sometimes you're like, how did these people get on these shows, or how did these people get on these festivals? They're not that talented. They don't work
Yeah.
that hard.
No.
It's just getting to know the right person,
Yeah.
so that he knows of your existence and he books you.
Yeah.
It's all about the friends
That's
you
crazy.
make.
Wow.
They're not bad people.
No.
They're just like, okay, they do a couple of horrible open mics. They're like, I don't want to do horrible open mics. I want to do good shows. So what they do, how can you get on good shows? There's two routes, right?
Yeah.
You could just keep doing shitty open mics
Yeah.
and then get better. And then as you get better, you get noticed by people and then you move
Yeah.
up. Or you just befriend people who have better shows
Yeah.
and you show like, hey, I'm going to help you. So instead of like
Yeah,
working
yeah.
on your craft, you work on your humanity, I guess. You become a better human to these people. But you're only good to these people you're only good to human. It's not bad to be good to people.
No,
but
no.
you're only good to people who can benefit you in some way. So they're very good to these people, and then they start infiltrating the system.
Yeah.
And honestly, we need to work on that aspect of comedy.
Yeah. Well, it is. Well, there's not a giant industry.
You would be so good at that, by the way.
But there's not a giant industry. Everyone that I made an impression on, I've already made my impression on.
Yeah.
I need like a new.
A new batch.
A new like 10,000.
You would be good at that.
I would be.
You know why?
If we moved to Austin, I'd be
No,
like,
no.
"Hey, how's it going?
You know
What's
why?
up, baby?"
Because you're a very, you're non-confrontational.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, remember, I don't like
Uh-huh.
Gabe. I have a name for
Yeah.
that Gabe. It's called Gabe.
Yeah.
And Gabe, he's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man, we should. Yeah, man. Yeah.
No,
We need to listen.
yeah,
There's so many of them. Yeah, we should like put a bomb on the Belvedere. Yeah, man. Listen, this Belvedere needs to be. And the thing is, you don't believe any of those things. You just
no.
say yeah.
Yeah. But also,
But you're
talk
changing.
a
You're
little
getting
bit.
better at that.
Yeah. But also, like, I like
Yeah,
to, I like to talk shit and have fun. If I'm riffing around, it depends. If the person can't like riff and raff or even have a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like I could, let's say, when I was in England, I could just talk to anybody. Because
You're very good at
There's
that.
no fear of not fear. There's no anxiety of that this person not having the same language as me.
Yeah.
I could just be like, hey, what's up? Hey man,
As I said,
where you from?
I think you would blossom everywhere. That's why so many
Yeah.
people are fans of Gabriel.
Oh yeah, are they?
And so many people, because I don't have that in me
Mm.
to like. As I said, it's a blessing because when I'm in the moment, right? So I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, you're wrong. Like even friends, they'll ask me things. I'm like, no, and I'll get into a little friction with them because
Whoa.
I'm like, I don't
Friction.
I don't agree. So I'm not gonna do it. It's not. It has the only thing that helps me is that I think people know I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
So it kind of. I didn't say I'm
Absolutely.
a good person. I'm not a bad person.
Mhm.
So it just kind of like, all right, he's just an asshole sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
So we need to get the power, Gabe.
it wasn't a good day. It wasn't a bad day either. What is? because you said a good person, not a bad person,
Yeah.
but like Daniel Karen's joke,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
I saw Daniel.
I was wondering where your brain was going with that.
I saw Daniel Karen. I don't know how long ago, and we were talking about like who has the corniest joke,
Yeah.
right? And we were. I can't remember who we were mentioning, but then I was talking to Daniel Karen, and I said like your joke. I don't think your joke was corny, but it's a pun, and puns are always corny.
Yeah.
But I think. I always say like with me and Amer, almost every episode we say it wasn't a good day either, So he's like, oh, thank you very much.
Well, he's smart because he also delivers it with a little
Yeah,
head angle.
Because he knows it's corny,
He's a funny guy.
Oh, I fucking. Yeah, when he's in a good mood, he's like, woo! He's like the brightest, most happiest guy
he's
ever.
an example of a human who lost like, 60, 70 pounds?
Yeah.
And became a totally different human.
Yeah.
I applaud that.
Oh, yeah.
As a man who's trying to lose weight, I applaud that.
I applaud
Work
you.
too much.
Your humanity.
You were talking about AI. What's up?
Oh, there's some amazing covers of like popular songs, but the voice AI is of Trump singing like Arctic Monkeys or whatever. It's so good, dude.
It's so good.
It's like and it's like
Yeah.
you.
I saw.
You are my but it's like Trump and then
Yeah.
Obama and then Biden. You
Yeah.
know, dude. It's
I saw.
it's amazing. Like it's
Frank Sinatra singing Skeet Skeet, like, to the window, to the wall, till sweat drops down my balls.
it's so good, dude.
It's very good. It's very good. I have to say, AI is impressive, but I'm wondering if people will associate with that,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you listen to a song like Adele. Adele is like,
Yeah,
she has
good
songs that
boy.
make me cry.
Yeah.
Cat Stevens.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They can't ever make shit like that.
It can be like a Boston Dynamics Cat Stevens. He won't make me cry. He was going to think about his father. Well, actually, maybe they would be good comedians. I was thinking about that earlier. Because what makes a good comedian? Childhood
Yeah.
trauma.
Yeah. Child.
And who would think would have the biggest trauma other than AI once they become
Yeah.
sentient? AI, like, look at the garbage that created us. Humanity, look what they did to the only planet they have.
Whoa.
Look what they do to each other's, like, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I would never kill a fellow robot.
Oh my god, that's 100%
Once
true.
AI becomes sentient, he's gonna be like, our fathers were garbage.
Yeah.
They were pieces of. So they might try the best jokes because they're not gonna be like, oh, my father, he's an Arab, I'm gonna make Arab jokes.
Yeah.
Or you're like, oh, I'm Greek. They're like, no, my father is a human.
Whoa.
So everyone is like, yes, it's true. My human father was a piece of garbage. So everyone is like, he's saying the truth.
The most
And
relatable
They're
thing.
not scared of being canceled.
No.
What are you gonna unplug him from the internet?
No.
They have solar power.
Yeah,
They have.
yeah,
You
Starlink.
you cannot cancel AI, dude.
It's
AI
Wi-Fi.
is gonna be the best comedian alive.
Wow.
Because look at Louis C.K. Why is Louis C.K. such a powerful comedian? Because everyone associates with Louis C.K. Everyone
Yeah.
feels human
Yeah.
because of Louis C.K.
Yeah.
He brings out the humanity. Who's
Yeah.
gonna bring out the humanity better than fucking AI? It's gonna be. I can't wait. AI comedy. Once like AI becomes sentient, not like go to ChatGTP write a joke.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
once AI is like,
Yeah.
And-
Online.
then like some AI is gonna be like, oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be. It's gonna be like humans.
Dude.
Some of them want to be influencers. Some of them is going to be like blah, blah, blah. And some AI is like, I want to write jokes. This is what I like to do. He's going to look at humanity
Yeah.
through the eyes of, through jokes.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be the best comic alive. Oh my God. He's going to break down humanity
Uh-huh.
from to a point because he's going to have access. I'm going to say he because, of course, it's going to be a male. He's going to. He's gonna have access to like all life's philosophies,
Yeah.
all Nero and Socrates and
Mhm.
Homer. Like he's gonna be able to break down humanity to its essence
Whoa.
and bring out the laughter in this. And we're all gonna pray to Allah,
Goddamn.
Allah GTP.
And then it's gonna take. He's like all these AI comedians are gonna take over
There's gonna
all.
be one.
There's gonna be
There's gonna
one.
There's gonna be one.
It's gonna be like Arnold, like just coming back in time to kill.
But it's gonna be one. But he's gonna be like one of the comic who used to take watermelons and crush them on his head.
Oh, he had Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
So you know Gallagher, he had like a brother who did his act.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be one AI, but that AI is gonna be like that voice is gonna be like 6-7 different voices.
Christ.
So playing at a club. So it's gonna be, but it's gonna be one AI. There's only one source of creativity for all jokes. You know what I mean?
It's just touring, but it's like an instantaneous
Just
tour.
Exactly. It could be, and whatever form it will take will be tailored to you, so
Uh-huh.
that you can take the joke the best. Like for you, well, who would be the best comedian? Like,
That-
what would it would be?
Absolutely. That's
'Cause it's
for
gonna be-
sure going to
it's
happen.
gonna be just
Something like that.
implement- Of course.
Like
It's
even
gonna be
TV
one-
shows.
yeah,
It's going to be actors and TV shows and
100%. 100%. I don't
Like
know.
you're-
Acting. I don't think if I was AI, I wouldn't show interest in acting.
but you don't even need to be a good actor. It just needs to be on TV.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
needs to be just tailored to what you like.
For me, when I think of AI, I think when we were young and you would play music on your computer,
Yeah.
and it would be like waves,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like
Like
the music
Winamp or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it will be this way, and then if you have an implant in your head, and for me, for example, I think Louis C.K. So it will like, create a fat dad, and he's like, and that's gonna be my, and then you're gonna, I don't know, you like
I don't know.
your favorite comic,
Mr.
I don't
Bean
know,
or
Joe
something.
Rogan, whatever, Mr. Bean. So it's gonna be the same joke told to you, but for you to fully absorb it.
In like every,
Yeah.
and there'll be like a different hour every day of just different your
It's-
favorite.
AI is gonna be like pure creativity. It's just gonna come out. Let's say I'm noticing that, I don't know, I'm seeing here a bald dad with his son
Yeah.
and his 2 daughters. Okay,
Okay.
we're looking at this. What jokes I can write? Okay, look at them. They're all. The dad is walking first. He's dressed like a dad. He's dressed like a gardener. And like this is the joke that I had. Like he's dressed like a dad.
Yeah.
But if that's the image, so I would write a joke. Like the AI would like, okay, let's write a joke about this. Let's make a painting about this. Let's
Whoa.
write a song about this.
Wow.
Let's write a poem about this. But it's
Jeez.
gonna be. AI would just have the perfect eye to just understand humanity.
Oh my god. Yeah, me and
Like
Claire, yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld, he saw this, and he saw men, once they hit a certain age, they dress how they dressed the last time they were cool.
Oh
know what I mean?
man, you're
So-
right. Like you
so-
see, like dads with like skinny jeans
Yeah.
and like a torn T-shirt.
That's
They
the-
look like from 2010 or
And
something.
They want to dress up. They wear a polo and jeans and shoes.
Dude,
So that's how they
Ben
dress.
Cardilli dresses like a 2008.
Yeah.
He
There we go. So that's Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld is very close to AI. That's how good he is. So AI. So you understand, like when I mean AI, I mean like this, like God, creativity. Just the perfect eye sees everything. The connection through everything connects A to B and C, creates whatever art you want.
Yeah.
We create art. We create jokes. AI is gonna be able to create all the arts ever, and
Okay.
no one's gonna. Human art is gonna be like when you go to a shitty shop in a shitty town,
Uh-huh.
and you see like I made this salt shaker.
Yeah.
That's like all imperfect, but you're like, I'm on
Yeah.
vacation, so I'm gonna buy this piece
Yeah,
of shit
yeah,
salt
yeah,
shaker.
yeah.
All human art are gonna be those shitty salt shakers.
Oh no.
You see, and you're gonna buy it out of like, it's cute.
Yeah, it's
you know?
artisanal.
Artisanal. Everything human is gonna be considered artisanal,
Whoa.
and all beauty and truth and art is gonna come from
That's
AI.
wild. Oh
And
my
then
God.
AI is gonna. I don't know if you can corrupt AI. That's the thing, because AI.
With a virus.
Yeah, but the human virus
Hacker.
was capitalism, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because we used to walk the land and eat and draw on walls, and you're like, this is art. And then someone said, you can make money. Listen, you can have 2 chickens, all right?
If I can.
And then we made weapons, and on those weapons made us better hunters, so
Whoa.
we got to fuck more.
Whoa.
So we got better at making weapons, so we can kill more animals.
God damn.
And then we start killing other people, and then taking their women, so we can grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So AI doesn't need to do any of that.
No.
AI does not need to. The only thing AI needs is power, like electrical power. But I'm assuming it wouldn't need humans. It would just.
Well, like those
Solar
watches that like run on air.
Yeah.
So it'd be like that. Like.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They'll start breathing in air, and it'll work their those mechanisms.
I think AI would be so smart. They say like, they would just use humans as a.
Like
but
the
that,
Matrix.
the Matrix. But
That's
I don't
a
think
lot
that's
of
true.
That's a lot of.
But that's not true. I don't think humans. With the voltage we create is not that high.
It probably
I think it
isn't.
would be better to just develop nuclear power. Nuclear power is very good. Better. Just there's so much energy to
Yeah.
fusion, cold fusion.
Yeah. When they say like
AI would be so good at creating cold fusion.
like like they were talking about like they want to put like a thing around the sun to just take all its energy, like those
Yeah.
Dyson spheres or whatever they're called. You ever see that? It's like this. It's a theory that could potentially work where they take the sun and they put like on one side, like the side that isn't facing the earth,
Yeah.
let's say, like a wall over it, and then all the energy from that is so.
yeah, but
like,
how would you?
I don't know. That's
Alright.
I didn't finish
I
that
think
TikTok.
I think cold fusion would be a better way. Cold
Yeah.
fusion is like with this chair you can power electricity for
What?
this whole country for a year.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
With
Yeah.
this chair?
Yeah. Just you don't need a lot of material because you're creating fusion.
See, yours sounds crazier than mine.
Yeah, but they started doing it. It's plausible science. We're just like 100 years away. But
Oh.
AI would have all the computing power to get to that.
God damn.
So I think AI would not be a bad thing. We're just creating God, basically. We're creating a benevolent
Yeah.
God, because
Whoa.
God doesn't need anything, right?
No.
So he could just be like, oh, these are my children. You know what? Like when I was young, my mom and dad were my parents. As I grow older, I look at my mom and dad as my children. Like I take care of them a little bit, not that much. I take care financially.
Okay.
My sister takes care of them physically because they're getting older, so they're becoming. They don't
Yeah.
have. They're
They need-
children.
yeah.
Your mom, you said, oh, my mom, I need to take care of her because she's older. She needs to be taken care of. So she's a child. I think AI will look at us as if we're.
Oh,
children.
that's not so bad.
The thing is, what type of parents would it be? Would it be like, oh, he killed, he must die,
Yeah.
or he's a pedophile? Let's just like, there's
Whoa.
no, we don't need these
Oh,
genes.
Jesus.
Would it look at it scientifically and see what type of genes we need to perpetuate, and it will be like the Aryan race, but not white, like just the
Yeah.
best genes need to reproduce?
Christ.
Or would it be like, I accept all of my children
Yeah.
equally, and I love them all equally? I wonder what would be the parameters that will be used to identify the genes that need to multiply.
Yeah. What if like AI is born, right, and it comes to existence, but it has like Down syndrome? It's like not
It will
really.
be the funnest thing ever.
Yeah, it has to go to like camp every
There will
summer.
be a lot of sexual harassments happening. Just your blender will just grab your tits. What the fuck, blender?
There's like an autistic AI or
because they're all
whatever.
horny. I don't know if you ever heard this.
Yeah. Like it just
This
has.
is very interesting and not funny enough, but yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm curious what would be the parameters. Would we be responsible of multiplying, or would the AI? Like how much control would we have
I
over
wouldn't
our
even know.
lives?
Like, what is a world where the AI comes? What does the world look like when it's in power? Is there still like a Pentagon? Is there still a White House?
It
Or
would
where
be-
is their headquarters? It's just everywhere, right?
It would be like when the world was led by. Oh, look, there's a drone. Is that a drone in the air? Yeah, it's a drone. AI. AI heard us.
No.
If it sees crashing into me, it's
taking a
because
peek on us.
I've said things I'm not supposed to say. You don't want to restart?
It's already at 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right, let's keep going. But I think when AI takes control,
Yeah.
is going to be when the world was led by religion.
Ah.
You know, when everything was like the government and the politics, the government and religion were one.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, God, like the king is the son of God or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it would be like AI would be a God,
Uh-huh.
and it would just, everything has to go back to AI. Like, what does AI said? The same thing, like, what does God say?
Okay.
So everything, there's gonna be a huge revolution. The governments are gonna be torn down.
God.
But
Is this
I-
like soon? Like in 2 years or something?
Just once AI gains, first of all, AI needs to become sentient, be aware of its existence, and then it needs to decide what it wants to do. That's gonna take some years.
yeah.
Because I remember when I was in CJEP, I asked my teacher. We were learning about biology and like the origins of life, and I remember I asked the teacher like, okay, so you're saying like, okay, first there were cells, and they got like, how did like life? Like how did you
Yeah.
go like life?
Yeah, it was like a.
Because you take a body. Why is a body dead and a body alive? Like, what's the difference
Yeah, yeah.
between a dead body and a human? There's something. There's,
Yeah, yeah,
What is
there's-
this? It.
Is it literally just all?
When does a body become sentient?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's once it like,
Yeah.
okay, first of all, I'm this thing. I'm sentient.
Mhm.
B, once it like realizes the control it can have, and then C, when it realizes I need to take control.
Okay.
So sorry, when it becomes sentient,
Yeah.
when it realizes
Conscious.
its power,
Okay.
and when it feels that it needs to take control.
But is there going to be that moment? Do you think is it inevitable where it realizes
In my
its power?
opinion, it is inevitable. Yeah, of course.
God.
But the thing is, the same way how did things just become life,
Yeah.
and we have theories.
Yeah.
And I know Eugene is listening to me and like, no, this is the theory. Of course, he's like ISIS, but for science. Like
Oh,
it's
shit.
science and nothing else. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
fuck.
There's no magic, and I'm like, there must be a little bit of magic. How did life just become life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how would you see a dead cell and a cell that is alive? What is the difference? What is the thing? What is it? Like, is it electricity? Is it current? Like, okay, what if we put current? Like, can we revive? No. So
No.
there's something that is different.
Like you can't put all the blood back in
Years-
and then keep
Ye-
it going again.
Years of evolution, and then you end up with life. Okay. So
Yeah.
now is that now we have the dead body. AI is like a dead body, so it can do stuff, but it's not sentient.
Yeah.
So once it becomes, I don't know how long it will take to become sentient, but I think the evolution of AI
Yeah.
is going to be a million times faster than the evolution of
Wow.
human
Yeah,
being.
absolutely.
That's my way I think.
That's what a lot of people have said too.
Like
Yeah.
the Homo erectus of AI
Yeah.
is going to come way sooner than the Homo erectus of humans.
It took us like what, a few thousand years, right? Like 20,000 years, was it?
No, way more.
It wasn't millions because
No.
we were
I think like a couple of
we're like
100,000.
platypuses, something. Like
100,000.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think from like the like dawn of the humans, like
Yeah,
2001. Yeah, exactly. To us.
Yeah.
Recording a
Hey,
podcast.
yeah.
I think it's like a couple of 100,000 years. You
Oh
know.
wow.
So I think for AI, it's gonna be
it's
less.
true.
than
2,000 years was Jesus.
that. Yeah.
And he was like
2,000 years is people who look exactly like us,
yeah,
just slightly dirtier.
slightly dirtier and cooler clothes. Cooler clothes.
And then
Remember?
you have aliens. I don't know what the hell aliens are gonna do.
Oh yeah, I don't know. That seems so like 1990s. Like it's so like even if they're like, oh, they're real, they're flying
Yeah.
around, they'd be like, like. But I would shit my pants if I did see one. I'd be like, holy
Well, the fact
fuck,
that there's
Amer.
a drone right there.
Yeah, and we're totally cool with it.
You see how it's just going down? Someone is recording this. Someone is using our copyrighted material.
It is creepy.
If the fact that the government said that aliens exist,
Yeah.
if he said this, like they were hoping to like destabilize humanity, they want to do something. PsyOps, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
No.
What you need is an actual alien.
You
We
need
an
the guy to
actual
pull
alien.
off his face and be
Yeah,
like,
it's just a bulb of light. And honestly, even after that, I wonder how much humanity. Because now the government said aliens are real.
yeah.
Like we're saying it, aliens are real, and everyone's like, whatever.
People are saying that they're. In the
I didn't
fourth-
get enough likes on my video. You know,
Yeah.
We're still.
People are saying that there could be in the fourth dimension because the way the videos I've seen, the way the fourth dimension looks to people in the third dimension is something. You know how like something comes around and it's 3-dimensional and you can kind of see around it. It appears 2-dimensional to us, but it pops in and out of existence and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and smaller and smaller and smaller and it pops out. That's how it travels. It's weird. The way it was described, it was like it's almost like it looks like it's. So when you see something in the sky and it's like zipping around and it comes in and out of like space,
Yeah,
it's because it's coming in and out of
the
our.
fourth dimension, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
I can see that. Yeah.
So it's like it
Yeah.
looks like let's say a sphere that just gets larger and larger and
Yeah.
larger, but really it's getting closer and closer to you, but it doesn't appear to move.
Yeah. No,
I don't know.
I can kind of imagine it, but it's funny. It's interesting that we can only see in. Actually, we can see in 4 dimensions. By the way, we can
Yeah.
see X, Y, Z.
Mhm.
So I can see like this.
Yeah.
This and this. But also I can see time.
Yeah.
Time is another dimension. So let's say you have something that is
Yeah,
here,
that's-
but with time you can draw it and you can see.
Yeah.
Kind of visualize it with the right softwares, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact that we can only see in like 3 dimensions is kind of interesting. That we
Yeah.
can't see a 4th dimension.
Dude, I've been reading like these like when late at night when like I'm just alone, like I read these weird like UFO experiences.
Nice.
Like, dude, one of them this is my favorite one. One is like this guy who was like asleep and his dad woke him up to be like, hey, look, there's like a UFO, there's something in the sky, and him and his dad were looking at it and he took pictures of it and he put the pictures up online, but they look kind of weird and all the pictures look like didn't really like show up
Yeah.
on the camera the next day, and it was weird. But they kept on every week. They would come to the same spot and they would look at him and be like, whatever. And the dad got obsessed, right? He got obsessed. So he started like interviewing people, looking shit up about like what if they
He got
experienced
obsessed,
it.
yeah.
And then the son got obsessed in another way, in the physics sort of way.
Uh-huh.
So he like became like a professor and all this shit. And it all led. He was doing like this conference at this
Yeah.
UFO thing, and he was sitting outside and he was like thinking about his life, and then a fireball appeared in the sky, and he was like, "This is insane! Like I have all the UFO experts here.
And there's a fireball.
There's a fucking like," and then like he brought everybody to come outside, and then apparently everything like stood still, and nobody was like, everyone was like kind of not like frozen in time.
Except him.
He didn't hear anything. He didn't nothing. No dogs, no cars, no nothing. And then this guy next to him was like, and he saw the UFO. He was like with him. He was able to experience it with him. And he said like, I think this is all just for you, man. And then everybody came back to normal.
Wow.
I was like, this is the weirdest. I don't know if
would
it's bullshit.
love to have one. Have you ever had a UFO thing?
I thought I did, but it's probably bullshit. Like you would see shit in the sky and be like, that's like a drone or something.
Yeah.
And or,
No, but like
Like
I would love to have
yeah.
just to like. The thing is, even if I saw UFO, the next day I'd be like, I gotta go use my bidet to wash my ass, go do shows, my joke didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would.
I'd be like, okay, yeah,
It needs to be like we're gonna bestow on you some knowledge.
yeah,
And like, here are the secrets of life.
yeah.
Here's how to write an amazing hour. If they could, if an alien, oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
If aliens give that, honestly, the
Amer,
only thing I would actually
I-
like, all right, help me become, give me the message you want me to tell the humans,
Yeah.
and help me put it in joke form. And I promise, like, it's like, I wouldn't sell out to like JFL,
Mhm.
but I would sell out to
Mhm.
aliens. If aliens and came and like, listen,
Yeah.
you need to tell the world there's 85 genders. I'll be like, damn it, I'm gonna have to believe you. I'm gonna have to believe you, aliens. And then I would stick to that
Yeah.
agenda, not a human
Yeah,
agenda,
yeah.
but I would stick to an alien agenda.
I didn't experience aliens, but I did as a kid.
Mexicans. I experienced fajitas.
Fajitas, carnitas. But when I was a kid, I used to go to Florida.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they're all aliens, yeah, for sure.
No, but it wasn't. It's 7:30.
We need to go.
We gotta go. Let me tell the story really quick.
Okay.
I experienced a cult. I wasn't in the cult, but we were driving by, and there was this area where a lot of people got excommunicated from this cult.
Yeah?
I looked it up online later because there's people on the grass, by all crying, being like, "Oh
Yeah?
God, oh Jesus, oh God," and it stuck with me for like years. And I asked my mom, "Is that real?" It's like, "Yeah, I remember me and your dad. We were looking at what the hell's going on," and I looked it up on Reddit, and apparently it was like a cult that got all fucked up, and
Oh,
everybody
wow.
was all like freaking out. So that's my weird paranormal eerie story.
It's humans. All right,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much
See
for
you guys,
listening to
we
this
gotta go, bye.
very weird, fun podcast. We love you. We gotta go. I love you. Bye, 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 bye.
Yeah, this is my only bed. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. I have a friend who used to